Welcome, Leo Virgo, to your Astro Dice reading for October. I hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. And for those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month. It's just kind of a little rundown, and we only use one of the 12 houses, so whatever house is going to pop up that Spirit wants you to know about, that is the one. Here we go. Look at that Virgo energy coming through with the 7th house. Ooh, with Mercury. Nice. How you think, communicate, write, and talk, and travel. Nice. Be a lot of communication with that Virgo. Virgo energy coming through. The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So it is what? Discriminating, diligent, and painstaking. Yeah, sometimes it is. Okay, trying to move mountains over here with that Virgo energy. And the 7th house, going to this area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. So is it romance? Is it the business? Is it just the family itself? Is it your partners? It could be work partners, anything. Well, let's see what's going on over here. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on. I am using key gateway activation cards. I like these. Okay. For the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month, going straight to the beginning of the month, we have Crown Chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, and miraculous energy. There is a miracle that is coming through. So whatever communication you are looking for is going to be, you're going to feel it was magic. You're going to feel like whatever is going on around you, it was a miracle. So, booyah. Absolutely. And there's some kind of divine connection going on to this. Why? Because any kind of miracle energy you have, you know it's divinely connected. Because you know for a fact that it would never have happened unless the universe stepped in. Communicate from a loved one. Maybe you're waiting for someone to write you, to text you, to come through, to say something. Something is going on over here where you feel it is a miracle. Oh my gosh, with the Holy Grail. Yeah, it's a miracle. Inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. Definitely, you were praying on this, waiting on this. Maybe even told yourself this would be a miracle if this happened. And the divine said, yeah, you're right, it is a miracle. And here it comes in. Maybe you've been waiting a long time for this situation to come through. Oh my gosh. Seraphim's Gateway. Voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. It's definitely, this is, whatever you gave out, you are receiving. Could have been from the blue moon, the 888 Lions Gate. It could have been whatever it was, you know, however it was. Just could be just manifesting, and then let it go, and then kind of just like, boom, here it comes. But I do feel like for a lot of you, it was one of those situations where you did feel that if this ever happened, it would be a miracle. Clarify on this miraculous energy over here. You got a dove, a holy grail, and a seraphim. Fire of God. What do you want? Fire angel of God. Okay. Tell me, what is going on? It was something hidden. There was definitely something hidden and something you believed that, you know what, I don't think that, it was only a dream. It was only a dream. But you know what, it was one of those things that you said, you know what, maybe if I dream big, you know, I dream big, go home. And you put it straight into God's hands. The gatekeeper said, here we go. keeping it real, keeping it balanced, being at the mercy. Maybe you surrendered to this and said, you know what, it could just be a fairy tale. It would be a miracle if this happened, and here comes that communication. It could have been, and also the communication with the divine. So there's a lot of reasons why this communication is here. It was how you were communicating from your heart space, giving the mercy. I think for a lot of you, you surrendered and gave mercy to the Lord and said, you know what, this is what I need. Whoa, my ear is ringing. There's the approval and conformity I need. That's what you did. It doesn't matter how. You did it. And here it comes. And this will be your considered holy experience. This will be your divine connection, your holy, if you never believed in miracles before, you're definitely going to believe in them now. If you didn't believe in manifesting, then you will definitely believe in it now. And it did. It felt like, I don't think that you had any real fears or anxieties around the situation when it comes to the moon. I feel it was something that was hidden from you, but you did feel like this would be a miracle. I might even be a little, illusional to believe that something like this could happen, right? Maybe you even seen signs and synchronicities. Maybe there was something there that, maybe you had a personal reading and they said that was coming. You're like, no way, this is an illusion. This is not real. That's not happening. But you know what? I'm going to surrender it all. I'm going to be at the faith of the universe and just let it go. And then bam, here it comes. Sorry, that's exactly what it is. You know what? I just dream it, let it go. And yeah, you're finding your sacredness. You are what you seek. You had the inner discovery. Your wishes, it's almost like the universe said, your wish is my command. I'm sorry, that's exactly what I just heard. Your wish is my command. Knock and receive. And you guys did it. And it's in the 7th house, guys, of romance, business, family. You wanted a baby, here comes the baby. You want romantic partner, soulmate, whatever, here they come with the Hierophant. You wanted your business to start really picking up the pace, here it comes. You need a job, here it comes. Whatever it is, it was like you were at the mercy and you got what you needed. And yes, whoa, for some of you, look at that. There was some pain. There was some pain and maybe some even painful endings that happened in this situation to where you were in collapse mode. You felt defeated and you know what? You gave everything up. I was in crisis mode. I was in loss. But you know what? I felt so pinned against the wall. But sometimes, you know what? It's kind of crazy because here comes that story again that I know everybody has heard. When we are at the bottom, I mean rock bottom, that's when we usually really want to be at mercy, be at surrender for the higher, right? For the higher beings, for the divine, right? That's when we really collapse. And then that's when we really come up with the 10. Because why? Because you can't get any lower. You can't, there's nothing else. That's it. Right, so wherever you felt that this is what was hurting, this is what was going on. But remember, after the 10 of swords can only come, the ace of swords, right, can only go back around again to the ace. So, but it's kind of crazy because it says where you have this, you're going to find your success. You're going to find long-term success. You're going to find, things that are going to happen within your family, right, because you contributed all that you had. I feel like with the 10 of Pentacles, you contributed anything and everything you have, guys. You let it out. You gave it all. And then you just kind of like, that was it. I yelled. I screamed at the universe. I gave what I could. And then I said, this is what I need. And then I walked away. And I surrender to you. Help me. Okay, so on the Seraphim's Gateway, it's like, yeah, here comes your victory. You do have this divine support. But you know that you have the divine support. Right, this whole thing is divinely supported. You have a miracle coming in with the sun. Oh my gosh. So the positivity and the pleasure and the happiness is right there with you. As soon as you hear about this miracle that's coming through, that you probably thought was, that would never happen. If it did, it'd be a miracle. Well, here comes the blessing. This is the biggest yes card in the deck. So biggest, happiest, card plus yes card. So whatever was, keeping you down and you knew that you had some personal endings, now you can feel like the universe really heard you. And yes, wow, you have a beautiful blessing coming through. So let's see what's going on in the mid-month. Time of blessings. You have the Lemurian seed codes over here, embracing sensitivity. There's going to be some uniqueness going on as you're living with grace. So this is really going to, in the mid-month, really bring out your uniqueness. Or you might be finding someone who you are very attracted to their uniqueness, right? Because you have the 7th house over here. So you might feel like where you're communicating, you're finding out how unique this person really is. But maybe you already knew that, and that's why you wanted them so bad, and that's why you were like, to have a person this unique and this beautiful would be a miracle, right? Or to have this job, or to sell whatever it is I'm selling. Because remember, it's romance, business, family. So, right? But, yes. But you're going to become very clear about the situation at hand as you are continuing to, yes, thank you, progress with the memories of Atlantis. So you have the Crystal School of Wisdom over here with, wow, you have Atlantis and Lemuria. Whoa. Going on to, you got both ancient islands over here that just disappeared off the face of the planet. But wow, that's very interesting though. It could even be within a love situation. Maybe you want to do things uniquely. Okay. This situation over here, no matter what it is living within your own grace. And I do feel though that the person that you, if you guys just got this romantic new partner, I really do believe that this person is living in their grace as well. And I think that their uniqueness kind of rubs off on you, right? Because it's showing, wow, you know, and I think that that's a big turn on, right? I think that is. I think that that's what the big turn on is too, is someone who is in their own uniqueness. They're not like anyone else, right? I mean, look, guys, you guys are Leo, Virgo. That Leo in you loves that creativity, right? And the Virgos like spontaneousness, right? So it's the way that you guys are, you know, put together and designed as a Leo Virgo is very beautiful for this, because it will keep you at a higher vibration, right? So let's see what's going on over here. If somebody does want to cause a little conflict with you, it could be an Aquarius or a Gemini. I see more than anything within this situation. And they could be, this is not the person that this is not your miracle, beautiful person, okay? Could be a family member. Maybe they're in conflict. Maybe they don't like the new person you're with. Maybe they're in disagreement. Could be an ex who's in disagreement about the situation, or a brother or a sister. Maybe even a business colleague, right? They don't like whoever it is. You'll know who it is. Maybe you already know, because maybe you're already like, and I know who I'm calling in, and I want them, but they're already against them. And it's definitely an air sign, the majority of you. But I just feel like you are sitting within your quiet power and your inner truth about the situation. I do feel like they are very manipulative about the situation, and I think that they do misuse their tongue a lot when it comes to what it is you want, how you're progressing, what this blessing is. One way or another, that's it. Leaving it there, because that's exactly what it is. So when you have the clarity and everything over here, there is a lot of inner feelings and self-love going on over here, and giving yourself a lot of self-care. So I do love that. I do love that. Feeling like this is where I need to keep my self-care and keep everything going. Especially if you have this person over here who wants to disagree and wants to talk bad about, you know, your blessing. You're in preparation mode. You're going to, yeah, because see, you're still progressing with the memories of Atlantis. You're just like, nope. Because you see the expansion. You see where this is going to take you. But you know what, guys? You know what I seriously think? I think you already seen that anyways. I think that you knew that this would be the miracle of a lifetime. I'm not going to fuck this up, because this is exactly what I want. And I'm going to learn, I'm going to trust, and I'm going to give mercy to the universe and do exactly what I need to do. And I'm already prepared. I've already prepared for this situation. So I do believe that you were already prepared for this situation to come in. Now, I think the crazy thing about the situation is that you were unsure if it was actually going to happen, because you actually believed that it was more of an illusion or a dream. But there is this piece within you like, let me just tell you something. If this does actually happen, I already know what the hell I'm doing, right? So it's almost like a dream that you've already prepared. It might have been a dream that you've prepared for a long time, right? And you're just like, that might never happen, but you know what? I'm just going to keep the dream alive because why not? It's a dream. Like, when we go to dream, we already have this situation, right? Before you even start manifesting, you have to have this situation in your head. Well, might as well put it out there because it'll either happen or it won't happen. So there's really no reason to keep asking the universe, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? And, you know, and you have doubts and all that, because you got to figure before you even did it, you already pretty much set yourself up to say, well, put it out there, it could happen. If it doesn't, then I just continue life the same. Because what? You didn't miss nothing. Because if you didn't gain anything, you didn't miss anything. Life just continues to go on, and you go on to the next dream. Right? So you already have this prepared in your head. I think somewhere in your intuition, you already knew, though, that this could be a huge possibility. But, damn, it would take a miracle to get that done. But, maybe somewhere you believe in miracles. Right? Oh, absolutely, you're saying, because I have the progress. And in the mid-month, you're just saying, you know what, because I know what the enterprise is. I know how I'm going to expand this. You just keep your mouth shut and sit over here, Mr. or Mrs. So negative that every time I tell you about what the expansion is or what's going on or yada, yada, you have something negative to say. And that's exactly what it is. So you're releasing all the worry because you only have hope for the situation. You already have your miracle come in. So you're just reaching out for the extras. Ooh, I like that. And some of you even, hold on a second. There's a wrench thrown in this reading. Hold on. There's a wrench. Some of you, this person is talking crap about whatever they want to talk crap about. They may not know that your miracle came in. So they may be trying to talk negative about, and that ain't never going to happen. And you're just like, too bad for you. You sit over there and keep telling me it ain't never going to happen, but it already happened. But the reason I'm telling you it's a wrench is because this card here is a secret. Some of you may be keeping it a secret. Okay, for some of you, if you actually, this is probably only going to be maybe one person. Maybe two. You never know. But if you're dating a high-profile person, a person who's really, really known, you might have to keep it a secret, right? Just saying, right? You run into, I don't know, probably going to throw somebody out there that's so old, right? I just always use Tom Cruise because everybody knows him. You run into Tom Cruise, and you know that it would be a miracle. I know this is the craziest story, but who cares? Right? You have to use it as a miracle because that would be a miracle. Okay, so you run into Tom Cruise or Angelina Jolie for the guys, okay? You guys actually hit it off because you're part of the soul family. Like, you were meant to be together. Hey, sometimes reality is crazier than fiction. So, you run into this person, but you know for a fact you have to keep that a secret because they're not ready to allow the world to know that. And you don't want people to know that because it's nobody else's business. And there could be discrepancies, right, to why we would need to keep secrets, right? Just saying, that could be why. And I know that is the craziest story, but you know what? Such is life. Oh my gosh. You know, who knows? Sword of Light, divine protection, cut cords and break through energy. Yeah, because you have the Ace of Swords, so you're good in the end of the month because, yeah, you're making total success with whatever this miracle is. You guys are, yeah, and that's going to end at the end of the cycle. There it is. Because the miracle, look at that. This miracle coming in is going to end that cycle. Why is it ending this cycle? Because you have a whole new world, right? Yeah, now you're in Aladdin. Okay. Right? Now you're Aladdin, you're in a whole new world, and you know what? Where miracles and excitements. Oh my gosh, see? There it is. I just remembered the song. Okay, so rubbing the genie lamp over here, my friends. Maybe that's what I'll name this video. rubbing the genie lamp and you got your wish and miracle. Yeah, because whatever's going on over here, in the end, you still have this person over here that is... Whoever this person is still the King of Swords. I'm so sorry. Because, you know what? They're expecting some kind of high expectation going on over here with this situation. They're really up in your business. I'm sorry. They're coming back in. You're just... It could be an ex. Maybe that's what it is. Did I already say that? Maybe I already said that. But you're feeling like it's very one-sided. They're not seeing it from your situation. They're not seeing your success. They're not being happy for you. Could literally be a family member as well. You would think that if they're seeing it one-sided, why are you not happy for my success? Jealousy. Okay, envious. So you have this new project and this new inspiration. You have this new beginning. I mean, look, you have the end of the cycle with the Anunnaki codes going straight with the Ace of Wands. So from the end of the cycle to a new beautiful beginning, right? Full of passion, full of joy, right? A lot of desire with the Ace of Swords. Wow, okay. So you have the Ace of Swords with the Ace of Swords. Well, you already had the Ace of Swords over there. So, but your mind is clear about the situation. You know that this is the biggest breakthrough. This is the miracle. This is where the success comes in. You know what you have is exactly what you need. And you know this was what I needed. Yeah, to become the Empress. Some of you are going to get pregnant and you know it. Or you just found out you were pregnant and that was the miracle. Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, they had lack of planning, but they had their own personal goals at one time. So there is going to be something where this, if it's a new love, guys, or a new business partner, whoever this blessing is, or whatever this blessing is, it's going to bring in a lot of nostalgia, either for them or for you. Okay, where you felt at one time that you were playing it safe, when you kind of are in your own way still kind of playing it safe, because you don't want to mess it up, because look, you're already on your progression. You already are prepared to where you're going. So it's almost like you feel in some ways, as you're working hard towards your goals, right, that this is where I need to keep succeeding. And that could also be your secret as well, guys, is where I'm planning to plant my new roots as I'm working so hard. I don't want anybody else to know what I'm doing, right, when it comes to my business. It's none of your business that I'm going to bring out new candles with these beautiful perfume scents, or you see what I'm saying, or whatever I might be selling, or whatever's going on. I don't want the world to know. I don't want people to steal my stuff. I don't want them to steal my ideas. There's all kinds of reasons why, but you definitely are feeling inspired about the situation. I do feel for a lot of you, either dealing with a fire sign or as your love, or a water sign over here. It could even be a Taurus, okay, because I have a lot of Taurian energy over here. And then it could also be the progress of how you guys are reaching out to each other and where you're going. Like I said, a lot of people, this person's very nosy, and it might even be two different people. It could be literally an Aquarius and a Gemini over here that just really wants to be up in your business. And not even kidding. Not even kidding, right? So you could even see that that could be 2 in 1. Maybe you know it's 2 in 1. However it is. Okay. Wow. This is just a beautiful reading. And wherever you're going strong. So this miracle is going to take you exactly where you need to be. And it's definitely, yeah, look at that. A lot of you, soulmate connection. What's underneath that? Yeah, getting your rewards. So wherever you're going and however you're going this month, you guys are on the right track. And whatever you manifested, whatever you prayed for, Spirit definitely is giving it to you. So you guys just jump up and down in this reading. And a lot of you, I think, have already got it. So if you guys already got it, just write it down in the comments, because I would love to know that, right? Try to avoid any harmful influences. And I'm sorry, that goes on these people over here, okay, who are trying to step on you, get into your master plan, do whatever they're doing when it's really kind of none of their business, okay? Okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.